to the Put Up, everybody. I'm A.K.A. the Wizard, and this is episode 2 of season 2 now. Last week we had Luke Icard on here, and he did an amazing job. We heard all about him, heard his 2 songs. It was kind of epic. And today's no exception. We have another great guest that I met how long ago?
Not that long ago, bro. Maybe like
not a couple weeks, couple months ago.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, maybe like 5 months ago or some shit.
Yeah, so let's welcome Jackson Taylor to the Put Up today, everybody. Here he is.
Guys. Appreciate
Hell
it.
Yeah.
Good to be here. Grateful to be here.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
We had a little bit of a issue getting in here, getting everything set up and everything, but it's good to go now. Got some sweet guitars. We got the guy in the back. Let's talk about a little bit about this Big X the Plug guy. You showed me about him, what, like in the car there, like a couple weeks back, right?
So my dad actually sent me the Spotify link, which I thought that was awesome. Like my 68-year-old dad is like sending me a Big X the Plug album. But yeah, I'm listening to it, and I'm like, I've obviously been very sort of into the cross section between hip hop and country, and I definitely in the future see myself doing some collaborations with some rappers.
And it was he's got some big names on there too, right?
Yeah,
Jesse Murphy or something like
that. So on Big X's newest album, he's got a lot of big country names on there. So
that's sweet.
Sick to see. Yeah, man. Yeah, I've been really into that stuff, like Jelly Roll's.
Is he on there too?
A lot of his.
Does he have a feature on there?
I
don't think I saw that name. No,
because he's more like hip hop as himself, but.
Well, he could get into it too, though, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, he has some country songs, like that "Save Me" song. He has the duet version of it. I do that with Emily Bowman. She's artist I do a lot of duets with, and that's one of the ones we do is "Save Me" by Jelly Roll. Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Nice. All right, well, maybe we'll just get into the interview. I don't know. Do you have anything more to say about that?
Oh yeah, just the cross section between hip hop and country, like the musical elements, the beats and the rhythm, the instrumentation, the vocals, like all that stuff, and then just cultural and thematic connections too, so shared roots, and authenticity and identity, not only going back to the roots of country and hip hop, both of them are always very authentic, but the storytelling elements of it,
they're almost the same, right?
Yeah, that's the really big, and even if it's not the same story or whatever, that's the big thing to me that draws me towards hip hop and draws me towards country, is just the basis of the genres are being authentic and saying real shit, and not just coming up with formulaic
each one's patterns. A story of something that happened, right?
Yeah, so that storytelling element, that's a big thing that I want to be, not for any particular reason, just because I want to be a storyteller and kind of like a poet, so to speak. I don't want my lyrics or my music to be factory produced, and I think that's something that country and hip hop bring to the table in the pure artists, is just that ability to tell stories and not sort of just be saying stuff for the sake of saying it.
Well, and I can speak on the production style of mixing the two, right? I just did it recently, actually, where you're recording organic guitars on the mics, and then you're having to make sure it's on the grid inside the DAW, so that all the digital beats and stuff that you're going to add to it line up properly and stuff, right? It's very technical to get that stuff proper, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. I've seen a movement of more rapper artists going and collabing with country, not just Big X, but a whole bunch of other ones too, right?
Yeah,
100%. It's becoming a little bit of a buzz term right now,
Yeah, no, they're big. They're the two big genres right now for sure. And I think that country's popping off right now. That's actually kind of what influenced me to start writing music, was
Well, let's get into it then. Yeah. Like,
Was
okay,
that
so
country just popping off right now?
yo, you told me that you haven't been playing music for all that long, like professionally, right?
Yeah,
Before.
so I've basically been playing playing music very casually my whole life. Like just like I'll pick up. I started with bass when I was in like grade 6, and you know took
Did you sing
bass.
then too? Or
No,
was
I
it
didn't
literally just
sing.
playing the
Like
guitar,
literally
eh?
just started singing like seriously like this year, basically. But
Yeah,
basically
that's
like
wild.
yeah, yeah. But basically,
And to do what you've done since then in such little time that
yeah,
I've seen, you know what I mean?
it's been a short period of time for sure. Like I've been very on and off. Like I'll play guitar for a couple months and then put it down for 4 years. Like that's sort
Damn.
of been like kind of the pattern of music for me.
Okay, so like now do you do that though? Or are you
Now
playing it like
it's
more constantly than you
no,
were?
now it's consistent. I'll have weeks like where I take the I take the whole week off or something like that, like here or there, but it's a lot more rare. So the consistency and like the
Songwriting, all that kind of
yeah,
stuff has really picked up,
I
right?
spend more times writing songs and stuff than I do like learning new covers,
Right.
for example.
Right.
Like I'm very
I'm
drawn
like the opposite right now,
towards
trying to fill that 3 hour set. So I'm like,
yeah,
just like, where's another song I can learn? You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. So I'm definitely more drawn to the like intimate live shows where you're playing like 30-45 minute sets as opposed to like playing like 3 hour bar gigs. Like I'm not
Yo,
really
when I was
like
because the one's coming up
down
in
to do
October
that.
there, right? And I was talking to my other guy about
Yeah,
that, and it's like
they'll just be
how to
pure and
make it
raw.
special, how to make that really something that people can like sit for 45 minutes and watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Tell the stories between the tracks about them, kind of thing. Like get them involved with the
yeah,
actual experience, right?
yeah.
Should be
Well,
interesting.
it's gonna be good, man. Like I would I would rather have less people listen to me, like less people there in the room, but me playing my own shit and them actually like listening and giving a fuck. Whereas if I'm
Like
just
five
like
engaged artists or people
five
watching
engaged
that
audience
instead of
members,
200 that are just kind of drinking beer and not paying attention or
exactly.
whatever, right?
Like like love music and everything, but like I don't have any desire to be um like a bar gig
Just kind of in the
artist where I'm
background kind of
playing
thing.
yeah, and like like if just basically the interest is to play my originals, have them heard, um play them for the like the purity of the music as well as like trying to be successful at the same time.
Right.
That's where
And that'll
I have
grow
an
as you do
issue.
it more, right? That's the kind of thing.
Yeah. And that's where I have an issue with like social media. Like I'm like I feel hypocritical talking about this stuff because I do push stuff on social media pretty hard, but like the reasoning for me to do that is to be able to like have as many people as possible exposed to my music,
And then find those ones
right?
that'll become the ones I really want to lock in and like be your fan,
Yeah,
like a super fan kind of
yeah,
thing,
like a
right?
fan. Like I just like that's what I'm interested in is just getting as my music out there to as many people as possible, and then like just mathematically, like numbers wise, like the more people that hear my stuff, like the more likely there are to be people that hear it that are actually like interested in it. You know what I
That's
mean?
dope,
So
yeah.
that's kind of what I'm trying to do with the whole social media thing. But at the same time, like there's also always this like kind of imposter syndrome thing in my head where I'm like, oh, I'm a sellout. I'm like,
Doing what all the
pushing
people do to
this.
try and get that TikTok fame,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah. Like, so I haven't started TikTok going down the road of TikTok yet.
right, like I
But
noticed because we were getting your links. They're all underneath here, by the way.
yeah,
Everybody that's watching, you can go and check out his music right on Spotify. Hook him up, connect with him on Instagram. But you don't have TikTok and stuff,
no,
right?
it's
Right
just
now.
been Instagram and Spotify because I'm like, that's all I can handle. Like, I'm gonna push this Instagram thing, and like some of my like reels on Instagram started getting like 40,000 views and stuff like that.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, like I'm clearly onto something here, but like I just like I'm studying for law as well. Like I want to represent musicians and be like you know, entertainment lawyer. So like that's kind of gotta come first. So it's like I haven't had the time to be able to like spend full days doing social media. Like I only have like, you know,
Minutes, moments.
an hour a day, I'd say, probably, to be able to do social media stuff. And like some weeks I have way more time for it than others. Some weeks I don't. But like I feel like just having a lot of organic growth like has been really good, because I don't know, like in today's day and age, as unfortunate as it is, like being successful social media wise is important. And I think a lot
Almost
of people,
required, right? At this point. Yeah.
and a lot of people think like, oh, like I'm, you know, I'm pure authentic, blah blah blah, all this stuff that like I, you know,
It's like
see
dichotomy,
myself,
you know what I mean? Like,
like yeah, like it's like that's how I see my music. Like I want it to be authentic, and I want people that listen to it to be people that are actually there to be listening to it. So it's like there's this weird separation between playing live and playing like having recorded music.
Definitely, yeah. It's like a different
And
vibe that you have to hit.
for sure. And a lot of people in KW think like, oh, if I play these gigs in KW, if I play these bars in KW, like for those of you who are listening that don't know what KW is, it stands for Kitchener Waterloo. It's where we live. And basically
It's
like
K-Town, baby.
it's basically people here are very like, oh, if I'm big in KW, I've made it. It's just like there's so much more.
There's a whole world
so
out there,
much more
different
than
countries.
KW.
How many
Like,
countries are there?
It's
Like
I
100,
don't know.
198?
Probably,
I don't even know, man. A bunch, right?
190. But yeah, basically, like, I don't know. I think my ambitions and my sights are set
Broadly, like to the whole world kind of thing, right?
very, very far past KW. So like big, like booking a gig at like a big gig at Maxwell's, like as amazing and awesome as that is for some people. Like I don't give a fuck about that. Like I don't give a fuck about playing these bars and stuff in KW, because it's like I want to be playing big bars and like,
and I've heard of a bunch.
Gigs, but
I have connections all over the United States, and there's
I want to be in fucking Tennessee. I want to be in fucking Nashville, bro. Like,
I got a rooftop
shit there.
Some big rooftop club that a guy named Robin Hood of Rhyme came on here like last season, and I guess Snoop Dogg opened up like the venue, the first act or whatever kind of thing, and it's like overlooking Nashville or something.
That's sick,
bro. We'll get up there.
That's so sick. that's where like I want to like develop fans in Nashville. And it was cool because my biggest like musical influence would be Zach Bryan. Like he wouldn't be my favorite artist, but he's like, in terms of like where I gain musical inspiration from, like he would probably be number one. And just how I kind of like think of how I want to structure and write my music, Zach Bryan would be number one. And he's from Oklahoma, sings a lot about Oklahoma. A lot of his songs have Oklahoma.
So you're gonna sing about Kitchener out there? You know what I mean when you write your music?
So I might do a Waterloo-based song. The Kinks,
right? But then play it in Nashville, right?
The Kinks have Waterloo Sunset. That song's fuck. Have you heard that? You know that song?
I gotta look it up.
Waterloo Sunset by the K is fucking dope. So they've got that. So I don't know how I'm gonna write a song as good as that. But
tell the people about your music and like how does this sound? What does it actually sound like?
Yeah, so basically for me, my music is very like, I'd say country, indie,
like elements of like alternative
folk, almost,
folk and rock
with
or something,
like
right?
A 90s Seattle like grunge scene kind of influence to it.
Nice.
So I'm like, that's kind of like where I try to go with my music, is have it country rock would I guess be the genre, but it's like, yeah, definitely more like indie folk elements to it. Like my first single Annika's got like a lot of mandolin in it, so it's
Right.
like it makes it very folky
Like that
sounding.
tinkly little sound in there with
Yeah,
it, right?
exactly. The little tickler.
Hippie music.
Yeah, exactly.
I freaking love it.
Yeah, and that's got like the chorus has like a lot of layered vocals, so it's almost got like a Phil Spector type vibe to it.
Yeah,
So
he was
it's
known for the
like,
wall of sound effect.
yeah,
Where he just
so,
layered 50 tracks,
yeah,
right?
so we did that with
Learned about that in like audio college way back.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
It's crazy that you mentioned that.
I learned the wall of sounds, Phil Spector, from a music course I took in my undergrad.
Crazy.
That's how I learned
Yeah.
Phil Spector and the wall of sound.
Okay, so like where do you draw inspirations from when you go to write a song? Like where does the actual idea come from? Not Kitchener, obviously. Like where do you get them from? Past experiences and like where does that come from?
Oh yeah, so before I deferred from this question for too long, I was just gonna the whole thing I was getting to by that Zach Bryan being my big musical influence was that kid from like he's from Oklahoma, sings about Oklahoma all the time, and there's this kid from Oklahoma that posted like a picture of like his sick ass truck in like the Oklahoma sunset and like had Annika by Jackson Taylor playing as like the song.
That's dope. It's like user generated content kind of thing,
so
right?
I like I reposted his story and was like, so like with Zach Bryan being my biggest musical influence
and being
like,
right there.
It's so cool how like kids from Oklahoma are like digging my shit.
Isn't it wild? You think about that and then like your music resonates with the same kind of people that are around him. That's cool to think about.
You know what I mean? Like where he grew up and where he's from and people that are obviously like worship him. So it's pretty cool to have like some people like making that connection between him and I is pretty sweet. But
no, I like that. So like do you try and go with similar themes to what he talks about? How does that work?
Not really. Like in terms of like chord structure and like
the way he played or whatever, like
the strumming patterns and his like chord transitions and stuff, I definitely like just I don't know, subconsciously those kind of get into my brain. Like I'm never trying to be like, okay, excuse me, I'm gonna write this song like, you know, how, you know, Moon in Oklahoma by Zach Bryan sounds. Like I'm gonna like whatever comes in from him and I end up putting out on the paper is always just like a subconscious thing. I'm never consciously trying to like, okay, I'm gonna base this song off of this song by Zach Bryan.
Right, like we don't sit there and make music. I am make it just like his. You know? Like,
yeah,
it doesn't
exactly.
happen, right? I guess it does happen, but that is cheesy as fuck, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, I've heard other country artists like in the KW area. Like this one girl came up to me after a set and she was like, I was like, that guy was so amazing, wasn't he? And she was like, oh, like let me show you like a song by Zach Bryan and the song he just like the exact played. Thing. And like I listened to like this like local guy's song on Spotify and listened to the Zach Bryan song that this girl had showed me and I'm like, yo, these songs are like, he clearly was like, this is a like B-side Zach Bryan song no one's gonna know. And I heard it and I was just like, this is so copied, it's not even funny.
Okay, so like walk us through the process of making a song. When you go to write one, you start on paper, do you start on the guitar? Like how does it actually work to get to that finish line of having a song that you can play people?
So Annika, that song that was my first single that, you know, has been my most successful song to date in terms of just like stream numbers wise. Like that basically was written and everything in like less than 5 minutes. Like I just
5 minutes.
Yeah, come on. I literally like the song came out, the lyrics came out,
and it's a story about like an ex or something. Right?
Yeah,
that's how
so I don't know, maybe 5, maybe 15. I would probably say. I think 5 is probably.
If I was like, yeah, turn the guitar. And
yeah,
shit,
you know, It's fucking bullshit. But yeah, definitely like 15 minutes, I would say, for that. So that one just kind of flowed out.
And it's just out of your soul, that kind of lyrical content, eh? Literally
Yeah,
just...
so the lyrics were really easy to write. Lyrics are definitely the easiest part about me, or easiest part for me, like when writing songs, like lyrics just come out easier than the guitar does. So like, but the guitar for Annika just came out so quickly because I was just trying to like be like, okay, stick to basic chords here. Like, let's go like E minor, or I don't know. The verse starts off just G, C, G, D, and just repeats that, just G, C, G, D, and then it turns into like, it just goes E minor, G, C, G, D. So just keeping with like really
those classic 4 chords,
really
kind of things,
basic,
your hand
like
doesn't move
cowboy
much.
chords,
Yeah.
and just messing around with capo positions, because that's what I've noticed that Zach Bryan does a lot. Is he
finding the tune of your voice that works with the sound of the instrument, kind of thing.
He plays really basic chords for the most part, just with the capo on 3. So that's what I did for Annika, is I just put capo on 3, and I was like, let's just do D. Like, so I'm playing these chords, but just trying them on different capo spots. So that's how I write songs.
You remind me of my wife right now. Getting me to move it, to try it in like a different pitch or whatever, where she feels more comfortable singing when it comes to like the actual performance of it, right?
So because of my lack of like musical theory knowledge, like I don't know what like I only know like, I don't know, 10 chords, let's say, right? So I just basically like use those 10 chords or whatever, and like I'll put the capo on 4, put the capo on 3, put it on 2, put it on 6, see how it sounds on all these different positions, and then that's how I write the guitar parts of the song. Is I just like use basic chords. Like I don't try to, like, mad respect to people that only write songs and play songs
without ever touching one.
But for me, it's just like I just stick with, you know, my go-to chords, with the chords that are like, you know, like.
And I think that's brandable at that point too, right? Like it's going to become your sound, where it always sounds a certain way because of the way you're doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's not anything that hasn't been done before, but it also isn't anything that's gonna try and make me sound like someone in particular, because like, I don't know, I just think that like with the amount of musical theory knowledge and the guitar skill I have, I think it's like, I don't know, like a lot of bands like Oasis, for example, like, you know, Noel Gallagher was like
Toronto, I think.
Yeah,
just like a couple weeks back.
I wish I was there, man. Jesus,
but we're gonna hear Annika, I think.
Yeah,
I think that's the first one that we got queued up today. Since you were talking about it, we're gonna like go and listen.
Excited for people to listen to what I had to say about it.
And this was your very first song you ever recorded, right?
Very first song I ever recorded, third song I ever wrote.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's sweet. Okay, we're gonna roll it. Let's hear it.
Let's do it.
First time I saw you, didn't know what to say. You made me weak at the knees with your beautiful face. Finally asked you out, saw the glimmer in your eye, realized that out of my league was a self-constructed lie. As time passed on, realized you were the one. Asked you to come home with me, wasn't any hesitancy. 2 days before our flight, you disappeared in the night. No goodbyes or warnings, I didn't see you in the morning. When that plane landed, came back empty-handed. Got my law degree, but damn, that didn't mean shit to me. Oh, Annika, you never made it back to Canada. lover. Thought I found a best friend, but I never see you again. Take some drinks and take some pills, forget about you for a while. Still stuck thinking about you. Are you thinking about me too? Are you thinking about me too? When that plane landed, came back empty-handed. Gold my low degree, but damn, that didn't mean shit to me. Oh, Annika, you never made it back to Canada. Your long blonde hair blowing in the warm Australian air. Made it back to Canada. Your long blonde hair blowing in the warm Australian air. Oh, Annika, you never made it back to Canada. Your long blonde hair blowing in the warm Australian air. You never made it back to Canada. Your long blonde hair blowing in the warm Australian air.
And we're back. I'm
We're
A.K.A. the
back.
Wizard, and this is the Put Up Season 2, Episode 2 with Jackson Taylor. And what you heard right there was Annika, but his first song ever that he recorded professionally and put up on all the DSPs. So, below, yeah, like, share, and subscribe below here if you're watching with us today. I have this amazing shirt on from the Put Up, little merch here. The link's going to be available to get your own if you really want one. And another thing before we get back into it, the sign-up sheet. We got 2 spots still to fill for this half all the way up until Christmas that I'm accepting 2 more people for interviews if you're interested in getting one. And then once they fill up, we're going to figure out from like January 2026 on until the summertime for the rest of season 2. So if you're interested, there's lots of room coming up, just so you know. But yeah, let's jump back into the interview here. Welcome back. It's been great so far. So much good information in like 10 minutes or something, right? It's crazy.
I've enjoyed myself for sure. And yeah, hopefully you guys liked Annika. It's I don't know. I really like the song. It's super proud of it. And it's sort of given me the confidence to carry on and release more stuff. So yeah. We've got obviously the next song that I released was with
and it was made right here in this room.
Right here in this room. Yeah,
crazy,
that was
right?
amazing. So yeah, that was amazing. And then I've got,
and I've heard some things. I've played some things at the gigs with you. You know, those ones. Those are pretty good.
We played that song live together a few times, and playing it live together with me on acoustic and vocals, and Chris playing like lead electric.
And it sounds sick.
Yeah.
The whole thing together, just like the whole thing, man.
Yeah, me on rhythm acoustic, and vocals, him on electric.
And we even have his acoustic here today. The Johnny Cash special, right?
Yeah,
Martin.
yeah. This guy right here is
sweet.
What the song was recorded on, and I think it made the sound of, like, obviously the mics and the whole setup here and everything are amazing, but like at the end of the day, like at the end of the day, you got to start somewhere, and obviously what guitar you're using,
it matters huge.
Yeah,
it does
matter a lot. And I think having the Johnny Cash Martin to be able to record Saltburn with was definitely,
It's special, right?
yeah,
Like,
it's pretty amazing, and it gave us the sound we were looking for. Like this guitar here, the Tim Armstrong Hellcat, like that's what I didn't record Annika on that. Actually, I haven't recorded anything on that yet, but like that would not have given us the same sound.
right.
as if
Totally
we had
different
used
frequencies coming
the-
out of it. The wood's different. Everything's different
Yeah.
about it, right? But it has that tiny little neck like an electric guitar, right?
It's easy to play.
It's amazing
yeah,
if you
like,
look at the difference.
To be, you could play it like an electric guitar, whereas like this sounds sick. But
You better
like,
be good with your hand on the
yeah, you
actual
can't
fretting side,
play-
right?
Yeah, and I'm not that good at guitars in this, so like basically, for me, if I'm playing anything technical, like I'll immediately go to the Hellcat. Like I purposely bought it for that reason, because I'm like I want to have a guitar that sounds a little more tinny, but is like I can shred on,
Really rip on it with your hands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Dude, I'm using
just
like a
more
$400
complex
guitar
riffs.
still. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just
well,
it's hurting. It's like it hurts your hand to play it to make it sound perfect. Like it's just ridiculous. It's
yeah.
good to have good weapons when we go into war. You know what I mean?
This is true, yeah, bro. You need it. Sometimes you need a Glock, depending where you're going, right? Like I carry one on me a lot of the time.
There you go. Okay, so like next question in the interview. Let's get into like challenges. What has been the biggest challenge that you've it's only been how long? Like 6 months since you started doing that, right? So like what have you experienced? And it's interesting to me because a lot of the people that I ever have on the podcast or like just meet as artists in general, they've been at it for 10, 15 years trying to bang it out. You know what I mean? What is it like? What's hard about trying to start in 2025 right now?
Yeah, so it's been good, and I think that starting off quick with anything is has its challenges. It's overall positive for sure, but it does have its challenges. I would say just like people, like other people in the music industry.
Social management on like an IRL level, eh?
Yeah. So pretty much just
There's a lot of egos, right?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man, but like you're gonna encounter shitty people wherever you go, whatever you're doing. But and music has a lot of that, but it also has a lot of amazing people at the same
Right.
time. So,
And you got to sift through who's who and figure out who you want to work with, who you want watching you. You know what I mean? Like where to go, what to do, all of that stuff, right?
yeah, for sure. So I would say that like just my biggest challenges have been like overcoming unfortunate social situations with people
Interesting.
that were, none of it needed to happen, and a lot of it was just, I don't want to get into it, but just stemmed from one person.
We've all met somebody like this before that you just didn't gel with or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So I don't know. Stuff happens and gets snowballed into way bigger issues than it needs to be. So in terms of like, yeah.
So like navigating this social whole like ecosystem is just like a challenge, eh?
Yeah, and that's where everything comes back to like my sights are not set on KW, right? Like
right. And I mean that can happen anywhere you go, right? Like you could be halfway across the world and next thing you know you're running for your life type thing, you know?
Yeah.
Out of some stupid shit that happens at a bar or something, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Okay, so on the flip side of that, what's been like the biggest success that you've had so far just in this little short time?
Definitely the releases. So
Okay.
I think, Annika and Saltburn I'm both really proud of.
And being able to get your foot out there and actually show yourself to the rest of the world kind of thing, eh?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So having my my first paid gigs, I've done tons of open mics over the last
Right. Yo, places that I've never even heard of before.
yeah. Definitely come with studying and stuff right now. I've calmed down on the open mic circuit a little bit, but was going really, really hard with that for a while. And then,
And you were playing like sometimes twice in a day or something, right? Like going to one and then hitting up the second place
double
and
it
stuff.
up. Yeah, I'd go to
Man.
one at like 5, listen to some people, play a set, listen to a couple people, leave. Go.
Are you getting ideas for your like next one by like watching other people? Is that part of it?
Yeah, I think, I don't know. It's always good to be around fellow musicians and fellow artists and everything. So it's always inspiring being around people at open mics. But in terms of like hearing stuff where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try and emulate that sound on my next track, like I'm never trying to do that or anything like that. I'm just sort of like enjoying people's music and like if
making connections, meeting new friends, the whole thing, right?
Yeah, like that's how we met, right? Like
yeah,
if it
literally
wasn't for
at
open mics,
yeah,
we
that's
wouldn't
crazy.
we wouldn't have met, right? So it's like that's where the importance of that comes in. I think it's
nice,
like,
the networking of it all.
For sure, yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Okay, one random question for you. Say there's a guy just starting out today. What's your one piece of advice for him?
One piece of advice.
Like, what does he do? Where does he go? What the hell should he do?
You gotta basically fake it till you make it, man. Like,
I always, because there's been like lately a like buzzword around that online and like social circles and stuff where it's like you can't fake it till you make it. You got to actually be that shitty version first in order to get better, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
It's not fake. It's like being your true self. You're just not as good as you want to be yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think with music, you just got to act as if you're where you want to be, not where you are.
Right.
And I think the big premise behind that, especially in music, is that like musicians have a certain persona when they're at a certain level, and being able to display that.
And that's like branding in a way, right?
Yeah, it's building the brand and letting people see how you would be if you got to a certain level,
a different level that's higher, or whatever you want to say, right?
That's how people can assess your ability to be at that level. So
kind of like potential, right? It's like you're showing like future potential.
Right. Like it's like sort of the whole like you wear a suit to a job interview that you don't wear a suit at that job for. You're just showing the future potential you. But basically, like with that, for me, a big imposter syndrome thing was the whole music video stuff. So with those those big numbers of Instagram views I was talking about before, they all came from my music video style reels, and those have excuse me, those have been just like I was very uncomfortable with it at first. I was very like, I'm not at that level yet. People don't want to see me making music videos. My music isn't well known enough that it needs to be, in some form of visual art. But like when you think of music, like how it connects visually, I didn't do anything special. It was just me in front of a tripod, but being able to express myself like in the way I play and the intricacies,
the true you, right?
Yeah, like I just letting people see that a little bit, and also just like showing like I am at a level where I'm not.
So, you know what? And I think the authenticity just like shoots through the camera too. Like your nervousness or whatever, it kind of adds to the whole esque of the whole thing as you're trying to do that thing, right?
Yeah, so I just was like, I'm not at this level yet, but I went and did it, and it got a lot of eyeballs, and that's what it's about, is like, it's not getting the numbers for the sake of having the numbers, it's getting the numbers so that,
and then more numbers after that, and more numbers after that,
it's
right?
Just,
like just climbing that up.
Like exposure is what I'm looking for right now. So like not being afraid. So back to your original question of advice to people just starting out, like don't be afraid to put yourself out there.
Just do it.
Just
get in there like Nike,
don't
man.
Give a fuck about it. Just fucking do it. Just get right in there and don't give a fuck about negativity. Don't give a fuck about
I
people
like it.
of the haters and shit, man. Like just jump in, with both feet and go at it hard, and that's it, man.
You know, it's funny because like when I think I made a little like sample library sound effects commercial type thing, talking on like just on my like front camera or whatever, and put it up on TikTok like 2 years ago, right? And I got comments on it like, just stop. You know what I mean? Like, and I was like, oh my god, really? Yeah, and you got to push past that because now I talk to some people and they're like, yo, I love your video content when you do that. So it's like, yeah, there's gonna be a hater no matter what you do, right? So you just got to do it anyway. That's the whole key, right?
Yeah, just be vulnerable and not give a fuck what people think.
Nice.
To an extent, right?
Yeah, you got to still care.
But in terms of like specific people that are gonna give you negativity,
let that roll off, right? Like just keep moving forward despite it, right?
And all attention is good attention. So whether you have people talking about you in a good way or a bad way, you've got people talking about you.
I've always said you need all 8 billion sets of ears to hear it eventually, right? Like you want every human alive.
Yeah, so
we're going for the stars, baby, you know? And then in order to hit the moon, how far do you got to shoot? Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Man. Mars, Jupiter.
You got to do what you got to do. And whatever people are saying about you, people are talking about you.
Yeah. So it's always a good thing. Okay, so like let's get back into like the way you make a song. Do you use any like special techniques that nobody else does or anything like that? Like when you go to write a song?
I'd probably say it's basically just like trying out specific chords that like learn some covers.
Right, and you inevitably like learn different styles of playing through playing other people's music.
Learn some chords that you haven't played before. That's the biggest thing I take out of learning covers.
Dude, I've had to do that so much lately. It's
that
wild.
I haven't played before, so that I don't have to look up some textbook of like.
I mean, you
guitar
can.
chord.
Yeah, there's a book for
chords. Yeah, right. Like, I just listen to cool music, look up some songs. I'm like, oh, I haven't heard that chord, or I haven't played that chord before, so playing that chord and different structures of it, like playing it on this fret, playing it on this fret, playing it on these strings, playing it on these strings, just fucking around with different chords that I've learned, and then I add some slides and some hammer-ons, add like shift in some chords that I already know with it, and just try and like,
which is like inserting you into that new thing, right? Like the authentic you that everybody already knows, right? Yeah. And then putting that, cool.
So that's the song I'm writing right now. It's actually taken a while because A.K.A was just kind of like a bit like a lightning in a bottle type moment. A.K.A,
I've had one. I definitely, the first song that I've released too is like that. Written in about 10-15 minutes. Off of like the little like lick you hear at the start of it, and then I just can play chords on that kind of thing, right?
And Saltburn was very much like that too. It was like a lightning in the bottle thing, and I haven't had a moment like that since Saltburn. So I've been writing this thing that it's been taking a little while, but I've been playing.
It's gonna be epic.
It's new. It's new chords and new like strumming techniques that I haven't done before. So I'm just trying to each song like make it different than the last one. Right. So Saltburn did not sound like A.K.A, and this next song is not going to sound like A.K.A or Saltburn.
Nice. Okay.
So for my first X amount of songs, I don't want to just have a formulaic approach to it. I want to make each one, different and stand out, and then that way I'll get a idea and a response of like, these are the kind of songs that people are most into. These are the kind of songs.
You know how I'm doing it? It's a little bit different where I'm trying all the different genres. So you'll notice like my first couple were like pop songs, right? With acoustic in it. I wrote a country song. I told you about it there like last week, right? The one that just came out, the only one, is like a dance song. And then that other one that I play on the guitar is actually like on the acoustic when I play it, is actually going to be like a metal song almost with like a ripping solo where fire happens and, you know, like totally different again, right? So I'm trying to hit like all the like there's one way to find all 8 billion ears, right? Try it all.
Yeah,
That's it, right?
for sure.
Yeah, man.
I feel that, bro.
So you're going to do that with like your songwriting, eh? Like the different ways you actually like make these things.
Yeah,
Because you're still using all the same instruments still, essentially, right? Like,
yeah, so just trying to like use new chords that I haven't done before, and that way just kind of like make each song unique.
it'll force you
and-
to, essentially,
yeah,
right? Like,
because
yeah.
I'm not writing full albums right now. I'm just doing singles, and I want to just release singles for a while, I think.
Which is a
and-
normal of the industry, I just heard. Coming
yeah,
out. Like all the guys that are like the marketing guys on TikTok and stuff, they're talking about how the album's like, it's not dead, but it's like, that's not a good way to start. You know what I mean?
yeah,
With the way social media works and the way
Yeah.
people consume now with such a small amount of attention each time, singles are the way to go. That's what they're saying.
when you're just
right?
starting out, yeah,
Amazing.
that's the advice I've gotten. So
That's really cool. Okay, so
Yeah.
talk about Saltburn. We're gonna hear that one next. What is it about? What does it mean to you? How did you write that? Like, all
so
that.
Saltburn just came out like
it's talking about the ocean salt, right?
so quick, so effortless, no forethought, no planning, no, I don't know. Again, that lightning in a bottle thing, bro. It just
Downloaded
it
from
just-
heaven or something, you know?
Just came out right in one go.
And did you have the
uh,
whole thing kind of come to you at one time, or did you make the lyrics first? or-
Yeah, so the lyrics came right away, and then the guitar took a little
Okay.
bit of time. Just getting that. I wanted to
That
make
thing's
it a
like
little
dan-na-na,
more
dan-na-na,
complex.
right? Like-
Yeah, I wanted to make it more complex than A.K.A in terms of like hammer-ons and slides. Just like, you know, things that are, you know, common techniques in country music. And yeah, the lyrics in it are basically just about about the ocean, about salt, about but on a
a
deeper
metaphorical level. Yeah.
metaphorical level. So basically, like talking about that, you know, bad things can happen, and you can go through really hard times, but at the end of the day, if you keep that positive mindset,
Keep the crown on, right? That's what it says in there.
that metaphorical crown, you're going to be good. So just always knowing that, like, at the end of the day, you've got this, you'll figure it out, it'll work out. You just gotta push forward in as you know, productive and, you know, headstrong way as possible. So yeah, that's kind of what the song's about, is just, you know, getting through adversity
Nice.
in as strong of a way as possible, and, you know, only focusing on what you can control, not what others do. So
And not letting that affect you.
yeah, it's easier said than done, but yeah, just trying to only focus on what you can control.
Well, let's
And
let's
then
hear it.
Let
We're gonna
everyone
go
know.
to hear it.
Yeah, let's do it. Enjoy.
South from the ocean brings out emotion. Now it's your turn to feel the salt burn. Careless mind and a careless heart. Should have seen it from the start. Even when the castles fall down, Still can't get rid of my crown. Oh, oh. South from the ocean brings out emotion. Now it's your turn to feel the soul burn. Feeling the wave crash down. Felt like I was gonna drown. It'll take more than a riptide to wash away my crown. Oh. South from the ocean brings out emotion. And now it's your turn to feel the soul burn.
Welcome back to the Put Up, everybody. I'm A.K.A. the Wizard, and today we have Jackson Taylor with us in the studio live. Well, he'll be back in a minute. But yeah, like, share, and subscribe below on the links there. There's actually links to the website there. There's going to be links for Jackson's music there and his social profiles if you want to go find them there. I'm just going to talk about a little thing we were just talking about offset, how I've been playing like these. We just go out to a random little spot and like practice for all the live shows we're going to be doing, right? So we're like on the river the other day and like kayakers come rolling by while we're playing a song, and they actually like they didn't stop right away. They kept going, and like they heard that we were playing and they literally circled back around. You could see them just like out there in the river. Like, it was the funniest thing. And you can go onto the one reel that I did and like hear them cheer at the end of it and stuff. It was epic. So yeah, I think we're gonna maybe start like not a GoFundMe, but a Go Find Me, where we're just going to be in different places, like playing live. And if you find us that day, you can hear a free concert wherever we are, you know? It'll just be like either at the rivers or like in a bush somewhere, like downtown. We'll busk in the middle of a park somewhere, you know what I mean?
Love a good bush. Love a good bush.
Love a good bush, eh?
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was just...
so much great information you've shared today so far. It's amazing.
Oh, appreciate that, bro.
Because like we don't always get a ton of viewers live, but then like afterwards, people go and watch it. Like 33 people, I think, or something, watched last week's episode after the fact. I think only one person was there, my brother, that day. It's kind of crazy how it works. So like people definitely get to consume these like little nuggets that you put out today just by going through it and like hearing that stuff. It's amazing, bro.
Yeah, hopefully get as many views as possible, and everyone is
well. And I've always said, right, like
so.
We start something out as small, right, but then as it grows, eventually people are going to go back and watch all those old ones that were there, right, and they're going to get to meet all the artists that have been on here regardless of when it happened, right? And we're going to leave them up there forever. So like in 20 years you'll still be able to come back and see the Jackson Taylor interview, the first one he ever did. You know what I mean?
First interview ever, first podcast ever. So yeah,
how's it feel?
This is a first for me. This is my it feels good, man. Feels natural, feels nice, feels
and I think to me it's the best one. It's like the best spot you could possibly be at, you know?
Yeah, man.
No, okay, so let's get into
sick.
connection with fans, okay? Like, how do you make your art relatable to the fans? How do you connect with them through your music and make it all happen for them?
So in real life, just try to be as like, grateful as possible, and comes naturally, not faking it like anyone that's coming up to me in person and, going out of their way to talk to me about my music. I always, really appreciate that. So really try to, make the time for that. And then as of late, I haven't been doing the best job of engaging with fans on social media, but that's definitely
Just because you're busy, right? Like doing all the law stuff, right?
Yeah, and just haven't been as active on Instagram over the past month as I would have liked. But usually, just trying to, when I get a new follow or something, just like say, hey, hope you're enjoying the content. Let me know if you have any, cover requests. Like, just ask them a question about their life. So just try and make people feel like,
I got a random question for you about that. How do you feel about like those bots? You know how when you follow somebody and you get like that instant message that's pre-made by them or whatever, and it's done, obviously done by a bot, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that helps the situation, or is it better to like just get in there and actually talk to them?
I personally like made the commitment to not doing any type of a
like those automated systems, right?
Yeah, like when you get a new follow, they send a message, and the only thing that's curated to them personally is their name. So people can see through that, and I've had people even say to me like, I thought your first message sounded robotic and automated.
Amazing.
So
how, right? Like,
yeah, so
are we using Chat GPT too much these days, or just becoming it? You know what I
mean? Yeah, it's it's easy to get stuck in a trap of like, this is my automated,
right?
Even though I'm typing it out, this is what I'm gonna say most times. So then that made me take a step back and be like, I'm gonna,
you got to be custom each one you make, or whatever.
at least one thing in each message that's different from another message.
Do you have a database you keep, or like...
No, it's sort of just same approach that I'm not on dating apps right now, but when I was on dating apps a lot, I would always try and find like at least one thing to say in my opening message that was like unique to them that I wouldn't say to anyone else. So
would you say that carries over into your music too, then, the way you like write it and like connect with people too? Like, you're always trying to approach the next song in like a way that's going to connect with them on a different level or something?
I feel like at this point, I haven't tried to think of that, like when I'm writing a song or anything. I haven't had any type of a foresight into like, how is this going to relate to someone else? It's always been just a story, basically.
It's interesting because I think I saw a Rick Rubin quote. And it said that exact same thing. It's like, you make music for you, not for the people. The people consume it because you've like connected with yourself essentially by writing that song, right?
Yeah. So it's interesting that it's interesting you worded it like that, because for me, songs start as a journal entry, and then they
like a diary on paper kind of thing.
Yeah. And then they turn into a poem, and then that poem turns into a song.
This is what I was trying to get at before with like how you make your music. Yeah, that's perfect.
How you described it was spot on. Like, that's
the evolution of your song, how it actually becomes a song.
That's how it's. And so that throughout that process, that 3-step process, there's no
room for somebody else.
There's no. So it's very selfish writing that I do.
Which it comes off the wrong way, but it isn't. That's actually a good thing when it's music being written. You know what I mean? That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, well, because if people can relate to it more in the long run, that it isn't selfish.
And just like the
in
show always
short
being
term,
here,
it is.
your music will always be available, even 50 years after your death. You know what I mean? Like, that's how that works. So, like, there's people that get famous after they're gone,
Yeah,
but that music was written way back. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
as long as it connects with somebody sometime, that's the important key to it, eh?
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Well, if you know, one song can get through to one person, I've done my job, right?
Right.
Like, it's
Even like it doesn't have to save a life or something, but if it even makes an inkling of change in their being, you know?
yeah. So that's definitely something that is in my mind, but it's not in my mind when I'm writing.
Nice.
So I'm never trying to like, how can I connect to my audience, or how can I connect to this particular, the only thing I say that I've done in terms of thinking of audience was um getting into country music, because before, a year ago, I had never listened to country music in my life.
What?
Yeah,
Are you
so
what?
yeah,
Oh
so
my
I
gosh.
I saw it as like, country's hot right now. It's easy to play, it's easy to write. It's the only thing that I feel like I'm comfortable doing, that I can produce a product that's going to be good enough quality that people are going to want to consume it,
Right.
and also the ability to be a solo artist and play, primarily just solo acoustic, perhaps with a lead guitar accompaniment, but no like percussion or bass
And you're
or
lucky right now,
anything
you know?
necessary. Yeah, like with the Zach Bryan
A
era.
lot of people that are getting famous as like just that single or duo type thing, very broken down. It doesn't like almost like the same thing as the album where like the full band's almost gone now. It's very
Yeah,
uncommon to have like those big bands break now where it's like 5, 6 people in the same thing, you know?
yeah. So the country revival scene has definitely fostered that, as well
Interesting.
as a bit of a folk revival scene. So I think,
It comes down to authenticity, right?
yeah,
And being like when you're only there by yourself, you don't have a bunch of bells and whistles to cover up who you are and what you're doing, right?
yeah, it's very raw, stripped back, and it's uh, r- raw, stripped back, vulnerable, intimate.
The real you. Like that's the whole thing.
Yeah, soulful, just music at its purest form, uh, as close to poetry as possible.
You hear like a Johnny Cash song, like the ones
Yeah,
everybody knows them, right? And it's like so simple, but yet it's so impactful, right? It's the
yeah,
same kind of idea as that, where he
yeah.
didn't need a whole production around it, right?
No, just take all that shit away and just make it, what is the song at its purest, most, like, yeah. They're,
And what are you hoping people take away from it when they hear your stuff?
uh,
Like, are you looking to change lives with it eventually? Like, how's it
that
gonna work
was
for it?
that was dope. Like, I want to add it to my like songs, and I want to have this as something that I listen to again and
Right.
is timeless and not like enduring. I think that's something that I want my music to be.
Music that's equally consumable today as it will be in 20 years from now. That's what you mean,
Yeah,
right?
enduring in that sense, and also enduring in people's heads. Whereas, like, I can listen to this song frequently,
Kind of on repeat.
year
You know what I
after
mean?
year after year after year, and I'm not going to want to just throw it away. And I think that that's where songs like, a good artist, as an example, being like Machine Gun Kelly. Like, sometimes I'll hear a MGK song and be like, "Yo, this is fucking amazing," and then I'll listen to it like every day for like a month, and then I'll never listen to it again in my life.
Is that crazy how that
So,
happens?
yeah, because it's so catchy and so just formulaic and so Hollywood and so just like, this was written by a team of 30 songwriters. Like, how are we going to create the most catchy song possible? And it's not that I don't want my songs to be catchy, but I want them to be catchy and enduring. Also, I don't want them to just be like this is it, and then it's just like this song doesn't really
Like the way a
have that
match
much
burns,
substance. Yeah,
It kind of like big
yeah,
thing, and then it's just kind of gone after 10 seconds, right?
good analogy for sure. Yeah, absolutely what I meant. Yeah.
Okay, so tell the people the stuff that you're working on right now. What's next for you? Where are we headed after?
So we're headed in the direction of where we've started. Basically, is just good music.
Continuing to pump that out, eh?
Yeah, just what we've been doing, and you know, obviously wanting to maintain the solo acoustic vibes with things added in, like a little bit of electric guitar, some really like simple drum work.
Dude, tambourines and things.
Yeah, like
Like
just
the little
very
things, you know?
very simple percussion. Nothing that's there that doesn't need to be there. And I think that that's the vibe I want to continue to go with. It's just raw, stripped down, very like early Nolan Taylor-esque type vibes. And just not need to have a whole band, not need to have like a whole, you know.
Now, do you want those songs to be playable with the band if you feel like it, kind of thing, at the same
Yeah,
time, like written that way? Yeah.
but just not. That's not how I want it to be recorded at this stage.
Okay.
And I think writing, taking my time doing that. But if something hits, something hits. So then if something hits in my head, stop everything I'm doing, run to my phone or run to a notepad as quick as
Do you make
possible.
little like voice recordings in your phone, like a freaking melody or whatever, when they come up to you, like in your head, like randomly while you're at a fucking grocery store or whatever?
Yeah,
Do that too, yeah?
Yeah, because it's like this is where this is something that could be really, really sick, but I'm not going to remember it a day from now.
Yeah.
So capturing those moments.
I've got Dad phone
for
up there
sure.
that literally has a bunch of those on it that I wish I could get back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was never able to extract it before it died.
Oh, that's the worst. Yeah.
All right, so like, where can people connect with you, hook up with your art? We got all your links below here, but like, tell us about your Instagram strategy and all that.
Yeah. So Instagram
And how it's like a funnel almost, right? Like anywhere else that people find you, you want them to end up there, kind of thing, right?
That's my number one is Instagram. Like if anyone's gonna check me out anywhere, definitely be Instagram. So it's just @_Jackson.
And why did you choose
Taylor. That was just before I got into music. I was just like, this is
feels like the place to be or whatever, you know?
Oh, it just Instagram in general. Yeah, no, yeah, it was just like I'm like I only want to have one app that I do social media on, and Facebook seems a bit archaic. So I like
for the boomers,
Instagram
right?
better. Yeah, like it's just not as, it doesn't function as good, and there's a lot of trash on Instagram, so I sometimes don't like going on it because of the ridiculous feed it gives you from time to time.
It's true, and the way actually with the whole thing that happened there, I'm not even going to mention it in the stream, but the thing that happened this week, and how like political uproars and things have started on there, and then if you watch one, you're getting 10 more. It's just how the algorithm works, right?
Yeah.
And you got to be careful, like the way you curate your own feeds these days because of this stuff, right? And make sure you're not just consuming garbage all day long, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
No, it's very true, man. But just in general, in terms of like an approach towards what I'm releasing, I think that Instagram is the most compatible with sort of the way I want to market myself. And one big thing there has been just shortening reels down because people
attention span.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And it's
and being able to still keep their attention for that 40 seconds or whatever, right?
And then if they're interested, they can go check out, more reels that have more like a different part of the song, or a different reel that has it, like, is a longer reel that has the full song as a live performance, or a song that's still a shorter reel but it's a live performance, or going on to, you know, a music platform like Apple Music or Spotify where you can listen to the whole song,
Read the
what I
lyrics
mean?
the whole way through as it plays, kind of thing. Like there's more to it than at that spot, right?
Yeah, and I don't know if I have that lyric thing set up or
Dude, I
not,
tried to set one up
but
on the newest song I released, and it's still not up.
really, eh?
Like I guess they just dropped the ball. They don't want to do it for me.
That's
Spotify, if you're
unfortunate.
listening.
Yeah.
But you know, that's funny that you say that, because I watch a lot of marketing guys on like the music industry and stuff, right? And he was mentioning, the one guy was mentioning, I think it was like Promo God 33 or some shit online on Instagram actually. And he mentioned how like people are doing a lot of the reels of like their hook of the song, right? Assuming that that's going to attract the most viewership or whatever. But then what happens a lot of the times, if that's the best part of the song, now they're let down when they go hear the rest. They go into the verses, they're like, what the fuck was that? Like, why'd you just give me the whole cake at the start and then I got no, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then by you like splitting it up and giving different parts of the song, you're really like almost testing the market in a way. You know what I mean? Finding
Yeah.
out which part of the song might hit best with whoever, right?
Yeah, or just doing something badass that's 45 seconds, you know, like maybe the last part of the chorus, and then, you know, the next like 3/4 of the verse or
Is that like a
something like
personal
that.
thing? Is just like whatever you feel is like the coolest sounding part of your track or
Yeah,
whatever? Yeah.
whatever is cool sounding, and give people like 2 or 3 different clips of the track so that they're able to
Almost
like,
hear the whole thing by going through like 3 or 4 of them, right?
yeah, exactly. And then sometimes doing a full live reel where it's like
Right.
the whole song start to finish live. But I haven't been you know,
It takes a
trying
lot of work to do that one, folks. Come on.
Yeah.
Try and make it through that whole thing every time perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's why, you know, I like to record all my sets just to see, oh wow, that, you know, sound
Right.
actually did come out good for a live recording, even
You
though
know
I
what?
don't
And like
have,
people
like,
that do
professional
like speeches and things like that, they'll time themselves. They'll do all kinds of things, like try and figure out exactly how it is before it's presented or whatever, right? That's crazy. Now you get like this live feedback when you go play live.
Yeah.
You get to watch it back and be like, oh, I look silly there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't look up enough times. So I was staring at my fucking hand on the fretboard the entire take. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and you learn from those things as you go about it, right?
Yeah. No, for sure. It's a constant growing process.
Yeah, it's cool,
And
man.
there's things that I'm like, you know, from even just a couple weeks ago, I'm like, I've grown from that. I'm, you know, not necessarily not happy with that, but just like could have been improved on. And
But like
it's
taking
just,
stock of that, right? And actually like reassessing it after it's happened kind of thing. It really helps the
Yeah.
future, right?
Yeah. No, definitely. Like anything that you've done that you're not like totally happy with, doesn't matter what it is. It's always good to be, you know, okay, that happened for a reason.
Right.
I would you know,
It's like important
learn
that it
from
happened that way, either way. Even if you don't feel like it
Yeah.
was the best or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just sort of like, you know, long-term growth as opposed to like short-term gratification.
I freaking love it. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's probably the best tip of the whole episode today.
The best bar.
Wow, bro. Yeah. Well, yo, that's it for the interview. It's been
Yeah.
amazing hearing all about your music, bro.
Hell yeah, I appreciate
And so many
it,
like
man.
I don't know how to say it, intellectual tips. Things that aren't just the music itself. Things the way you think inside and all that stuff. That really came out today.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, thank you
love
for
that.
that. Because it's like a lot of times I have a little bit of trouble pulling that out of people, you know?
Yeah. No, not everyone's as chatty.
Well, it's been amazing, bro. Thanks for coming
Yeah.
on today.
Hell yeah, bro.
And
Appreciate it.
honestly, if you want to hear his music, all the links are below. Like, share, and subscribe again before you go. And it's been a great time, man.
Yeah.
We're going to sign off and let them have the rest of their afternoon.
All right. Sounds good.
Have a
Till
good one.
next time.
Cheers.
Peace.